Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fingergunz podcast with Tony, Dave, and James. I am your shirtless co-host, Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T, Tony V, and I am also wearing a shirt, not shirtless. Tony V. Yeah, pretty lame stories. Yeah. My neighbors look through the window. That's going to look really fucking awkward. I can't wait. I live for awkward memories.
Why? They're going to be upset that they didn't get invited to the gangbang.
Yeah, there's a whole party going on here.
They could be like, where's my fucking invite, Tony?
I just need some Cheetos dust.
Legit. Doritos dust.
Yeah.
We got Doritos.
And we're also here with
Dave, if you're nasty.
Oh, and you are nasty.
You are quite nasty.
Filthy.
I am quite
James, calm down over there.
You're the epitome of filth.
Yeah. Jon Waters would be very...
He'd approve.
He would approve.
He'd approve. Do you think Jon Waters sits on a couch topless?
I don't know.
Most certainly does.
I don't know. I really don't.
No, I feel like he's always in a suit.
I can't picture him topless.
Yeah.
That's the struggle. Like, I can't picture him going to the pool. That's where I'm
sure
lacking.
He's gone to a pool.
I'm sure he has.
He probably has one of those old timey bathing suits.
The one with the pants shirt combo.
Yeah,
definitely,
he most certainly does.
A stripy overall kind of number. Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to know his routine for getting that mustache so fine.
He pays a guy.
He must.
Pays a guy. That's the guy's only job. He comes over every morning and just does a little hedge clipping.
Lets him go.
Yeah. Just while he's sleeping in the morning, he's still getting, his beauty rest. He's got the eye mask on. This guy just comes in, and you wake up fresh.
Right? That would be odd. That'd be awesome. If I could get my own personal beard trimmer, it would be quite nice. It would be so nice.
It takes a lot of pressure.
Yeah, legit. And I need one of those. I need one of those straight razors. I need like the closest shave you could get, baby's bottom. Yeah. You
just want a guy sitting in your corner, just with like a piece of leather, just sharpening his blade, staring at you while you sleep.
I did a safety razor once. That was interesting and bloody.
I could imagine. You don't fuck around with those.
That happened.
Yeah,
that would happen.
But I loved using the brush with the.
Oh my god! Yes,
with the cream.
Oh,
I need that. I need that.
It's pretty dope.
Lathering up is the way to go.
It is quite lovely. Yes.
Anyway, facial hair aside, and a half naked Jon Waters aside,
I'm sure he would approve of us talking about him.
Legit. I'm sure he would. I have no qualms about that. This is none complaints happening. I can't,
girl. Sorry. Just because
the visuals here. There's so Tony's cat Luna is here, and Dave is topless, and she just smelt his nipple.
Yeah. See,
before we smell like cheese?
Before we started recording, I just took a whiff just to make sure I was all right, but apparently I am not.
You smell moderately like cat food, which tuna, possibly turkey.
I guess so.
Sweaty ham.
It couldn't have been that good because she didn't start going to town, so she might not have. She clearly didn't enjoy it. This is true. I'm sorry, baby.
Anyway, let's go talk about some movies.
Let's do it.
So,
yes.
What are we talking about?
I think
what do we do here?
We talk about movies most of the time, and apparently topless Jon Waters.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to kind of
did you break Dave?
Do you guys get as annoyed as I do re-listening to it, and it's just me saying so many fucking times? I'm so sorry. I just gotta work on that.
Your mouth has to catch up with your brain, dude.
All right,
apparently, but what
Christmas
I want
gift for Dave is a Toastmaster subscription. He can really work through his word pause inserts.
Apparently,
absolutely.
What I really want to say is that James and I had a wonderful conversation a few weeks back with Karan Soni and Roshan Sethi, who we had the privilege of speaking to about their wonderful new film, A Nice Indian Boy, which is still in limited release right now in Canada and the US, and is definitely worth your time. It's a romantic dramedy about a nice Indian boy who falls in love with another nice Indian boy who just happens to be a white adopted kid.
Yes. He's an Indian boy.
He is an Indian boy. and just what comes of their romance, their budding romance.
Yes. Cultural norms, cultural stereotypes, breaking down barriers, and a lot of jokes along the way.
Yeah.
Some excellent performances.
It's quite the lovely film.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it. I really hope it continues to find an audience, but because if you've already listened to it, or if you haven't, which we're telling you should, James and I already got to talk to both of them.
Yes.
And we got to say our feelings about the film, but we didn't hear what Tony had to say.
Yes.
So I would love to know, Mr. Tony, what did you think of A Nice Indian Boy?
I really liked it. It was a nice coming to age movie. It hit all the marks. I really liked the romance in it, how it was a nice little rom-com. You said his name was Karan.
Sony. Yep.
Love seeing him in lead roles. Like
Absolutely.
he was very good in 7 Days. I liked him in that, and
Which was also directed by
exactly
Roshan
same. And Jonathan
Groff
was so incredibly charismatic. Like
Yes.
he literally, like I had a smile on my face every time he showed up on screen.
Yeah.
He was so amazing,
Yeah.
and it was just like a little cute, feel good movie. It was like the best way to describe it. It's like a warm hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I low-key loved Zarna Garg and Harish Patel as well.
Yeah.
The parents?
The parents,
Thought they
yeah.
were great.
They were
Amazing.
great. They were great. They played it so well, and Zarna especially, and again, you listen to the interview, but a lot of her things were fully improvised during the whole thing, and it really works because she just riffs well, and it comes across so hilariously.
I don't think she'd approve of us being topless right now.
No, she'd probably
No.
backhand the both of you.
Probably.
Yes.
And we deserve it.
Yes. Why are we just sitting on a couch topless?
I'm so happy that I psyched you guys out, like, because I'm definitely keeping my shirt on just to spite you
That's
guys.
fine.
You do you.
That's
I was
fine.
hot,
I'm
buddy.
comfortable.
Yeah, it is kind of. It is kind of.
It's a little toasty.
Yeah, it's a little toasty.
A little toasty.
Yeah, got to keep it toasty for Mrs. Lou.
But I think we should launch right into best, met, worst. And if I'm right, James,
Yeah.
would you say DDLJ would be a best for you?
Oh, you betcha, bud.
Yeah. Can
It's,
you pronounce what the whole
No.
word is?
No, I cannot. No, I will not. You know what? Look, if the movie, if you had to look up the movie on Letterboxd by typing out the whole name, I would definitely attempt it. But the fact that you can just type DDLJ and it knows exactly what movie you want, that tells me the acronym outweighs the movie at this point.
Okay.
So DDLJ, which is a beautiful dovetail, because if you watch A Nice Indian Boy, DDLJ gets referenced a lot.
A lot.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Parts of the movie are actually in a little nice little Indian bar, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, they go to a screening of it.
Yeah.
There's a whole moment
they swayed
with
it
a
later.
recreation. It comes up a lot. And also thematically, the two movies are very, very similar.
Just one's a little shorter, right?
Yeah,
Just a smidge, right?
Considerably. There's no intermission in A Nice Indian Boy. There's definitely an intermission in DDLJ.
I fucking love it.
And honestly, DDLJ, it's a weird trip. Like it, and like
What's
this
it from? Is it from the 90s?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, 1996,
Okay.
95, 96.
Okay.
And that actually, fun fact, there's been a theater in India that has been playing it in theaters every day since it came out, and it's still going now. You can just go see it in a theater whenever you want.
That's amazing.
It's that popular.
I get it.
But anyway,
It looks like a wonderful, popular movie.
it is. But it's weird. It's two films that it feels like two movies that are kind of put together. The first half of the movie is really like two people on two soon to be fated lovers that are, he's kind of a bum and annoying her and bothering her the whole time. She doesn't really see how she could love him, kind of thing. And she's a beautiful woman who's going to be married off to someone back in India, and they're on the same tour of Europe together with their friends.
Okay.
And that's the first half of the movie, is just kind of jaunting around Europe while hijinks happen. Like, they miss a train, they miss a bus, their car breaks down. So they kind of are forced to be around each other for a lot more, and they end up falling in love.
He wears her down.
Kinda, yeah. The second half of this movie takes place completely in India, because she's still to be married to this other man.
Betrothed.
Yes. And the rest of the movie is him trying to weasel his way in to break that marriage up and become approved by her family and parents, which there's your thematic connection to A Nice Indian Boy. It is
Jonathan Groff's not a bum.
Jonathan Groff is not a bum.
Most certainly not.
Well, but he kind of is in the eyes of his profession.
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
Anyway,
I understand. Yeah.
Like all of this is it's got some of the best music I've ever heard. Really incredible dance numbers. It's 3 hours plus, but it kind of sails by because the first half is just kind of a jaunt through Europe, and the second half has all these like weird things that we're trying to accomplish in order to win the girl in the end of it. And it has the moment from A Nice Indian Boy that they show it a lot, where it's in the mustard field, and he shows up, and it is a really big moment. But the more impactful moment is at the very end of DDLJ, where he's like, he kind of gives up. He's like, that's it. Like, you're never going to accept me. They find him all out. By the way, this is spoilers for DDLJ, but
it's 30 years.
It's been 30 years.
It's been 30 years.
He gets on the train. He's like, that's it. I guess I'm leaving. And he looks back and he's kind of watching her go, and she's being held there by her dad because her dad does not approve of this man really, and he's just kind of staring, and he lets her go, and it's a huge moment of like, really, like I can go, and it's this whole moment of approval. It's a really, really wild way to end, and they get on the train and they leave, and that's it, and then that's your whole catharsis.
When you mentioned the train, I immediately thought of Slumdog Millionaire.
A little bit. It gets referenced a lot. Like, it was such an influential film in India that it's everywhere afterwards. You can watch that movie and be like, oh, I feel like I know this moment from somewhere, or I know something of this, to the point where one of the, what is it? It's not the theme. Maybe I guess it's kind of a theme, but a motif. Sorry, a motif of some of the songs, or of one of the songs, is just this chord progression. And it became so famous that chord progression is just in other films, and it means the exact same thing. It's like, oh, these two are falling in love. It's the same chord progression that they use. It just carried over through all the other films. Okay. So it's anyway, it's wildly influential. It's
sounds like it.
It makes sense as to why when you see it, and honestly, incredible songs, and a good story overall. I really, really enjoyed it. That's it. That's all I got. It was DDLJ, but you guys should watch it at some point. Now that you've seen A Nice Indian Boy.
Well, we're working on our Bollywood numbers and our Hindi numbers, so we're definitely working on those.
Yes.
They just announced All We Imagine Is Light is coming on Janus Contemporaries in the summer.
Ooh,
very nice.
So, Tony, do you want to go or you want me to go?
I can go.
Yes, hit me.
So for my best, I finally marked off a major blind spot on my watch list, and I finally watched the 80s classic from one of our favorite directors, Mr. John Carpenter. Ooh. I watched Christine.
Yes,
this movie unbelievably fucks so hard. I cannot believe I've waited this long, 35 years, almost 35 years to see this goddamn movie. I am shocked. It's older than that, but like I haven't.
Oh, you're not older than that.
I'm not older than that.
You're right. Yeah. You feel like you could have watched it when you got out of the womb?
Seriously, just rolled right out of the room.
The fact that they don't have it screening in that little room that they put babies into for a while after they're born makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all.
It's a perfect movie. Like it's a man in love with his car, Dave.
They just give you the bottle and put on
what?
And here's Christine, Tony.
Yeah.
What's that female director we like? She did Raw and Titan.
Julia Decornow? Decornow?
So did Miss Julia just look at this movie and be like, but what if they fucked?
But what if someone got pregnant?
Yeah.
But what if they
did use protection?
But what if?
Yeah.
Because like, bro, fucking man. Like,
yeah, man.
And like that, you not only like the influence it had for Titan, but like just like the influence it had over like the horror genre moving forward. Because
Cornell. That's what I would say her name is.
Ducournau. Yeah. Julia Ducournau.
Like wild.
It's wild.
It's wild. And you see so many influences, and I'm just like, I've seen that before. Wait, I've seen that before. Fucking, and even the Simpsons references, man. I'm just like, oh my God.
Did you see what I meant? Like, and I've never forgotten this moment when I was talking about it on the podcast, and it still sticks with me to this day. I can remember the scene I can see it. That scene just after, I think it was right around the gas station. And how absolutely beautifully lit it is with the fire going.
With the fire going and like it's just going. And even like the one part when it's driving and the car's on, like Christine's on fire. Yeah. I'm just like, fuck, like these shots are iconic.
It's it is gorgeous.
I couldn't believe it. I was just scrolling on Netflix the one day and I saw it and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
And I do not regret it. I loved everything about that movie. It still doesn't touch Halloween, but like few things do. And I know you guys will argue The Thing.
Well, because The Thing is amazing.
I totally get it. And you know what? Maybe after another 3 or 4 watches, I'll understand too. But
we watched it in 35 millimeter.
And I know, and I was just like,
it's no Halloween.
It's no fucking Halloween. Halloween
fucked.
is literally like the Mac Daddy.
You're not hard pressed for choices when it comes to banger John Carpenter films,
especially like 70s and 80s John Carpenter films.
Yeah.
Like,
are you hard pressed for awful John Carpenter movies? Because I feel like you can't be. You're not hard pressed for those either.
No, he
contains multitudes.
Yeah, he's multitudes. He's got range.
That's
from top all the way to bottom. He can fill out a whole list himself.
That is the understatement of the decade.
Yeah,
most definitely. But yeah, Christine, man, if you have not seen it, I strongly recommend you do. And then just go ahead and watch Titan after, and you'll just totally get it on so much more levels.
That would be a pretty good double feature, actually. I do like that idea of a Christine Titan double feature.
Playhouse, are you up? Are you listening? You should
schedule.
I would.
Christine and Titan back to back.
I was literally about to say Fingergunz with Tony David James hosts double feature Christine and Titan one night only.
I'd be down.
I would love that. Considering you haven't seen Christine.
I have not seen Christine.
That's a huge problem.
Oh, man.
I guess I'm just going to go home tonight and just
watch Christine.
Pop on Christine.
And like the synth, like the score.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Did you just...
Yeah, I did. I did it. Right
beside me? That's gross.
Sorry.
You just gargled it.
Just gargled. No, James. Get your fucking head out of the gutter.
Ew.
Dude, man.
Ew.
I can't believe you still haven't seen Christine. I thought you did. I know. I understand. Your watch list is like twice the size of mine.
Dave's
my
blind
brother
spots.
in Christ. If I told you how many movies I have seen, I don't think you would believe me. How many I have seen and how many I haven't.
It's true. I'm right there with you, pal.
It's just blind spots are always fun that way of just like there are things that you feel like someone would have seen them and it's like, oh, you haven't. That's wild. But you can correct that anytime you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we can say that we watched that random fucking movie with that guy who won the Oscar 2 years ago and fucking he was in that movie with that other girl who won the Oscar like a decade ago.
It's true. We do watch some wild shit here and there.
We watch some wild shit.
This is true.
And my best is it's not wild, but it is a top shelf 90s banger that I have seen multiple times. And I just need to speak about it again just because James got me onto the How Did This Get Made podcast. So I was listening to it and it just inspired me to watch this film. And it is Simon West's action thriller Con Air starring the immortal Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, who's apparently 39 in this movie, which makes me upset.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames, Steve Buscemi, MC Gainey, Dave Chappelle, McCletty Williamson. Oh, fuck. oh my God, what's his name? Cole Meany, Danny Trejo,
Mr. Danny Trejo. Yeah,
like the hits just keep on coming.
Yeah,
the hits just keep on coming.
First of all, you're welcome. Welcome to the How Did This Get Made family. It's a good time.
This movie is just straight fire. Do you remember how this movie starts?
Yeah, it starts with him going to jail.
He is a
Marine. He's a
Marine. He has been honorably discharged.
Yeah.
And he goes to see his wife in Alabama, like bumfuck Alabama.
Well, look at him.
He has to take a tugboat to get there.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot about the tugboat.
And he goes in to see his wife, who's a waitress at this bar, and he kisses his baby, who's in the womb, and she might be maybe a day pregnant, and he knows it's a girl. Naturally,
it's Nicolas Cage, man.
I don't know
Semantics.
How long she must have been pregnant, because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
None of it matters.
Because later they say she's 8 months pregnant at the trial, which is a week later, and she's like, she is not 8 weeks pregnant or 8 months pregnant.
None of it matters.
Either way, some
You're really harping up on this.
Some greaser fucks don't like him and don't like and say your pussy's like you are why we lost Vietnam, and it's like, okay. Oof. Cool. And they end up trying to beat the shit out of him. He kills one of them in self-defense. The judge says that he's a lethal weapon and he's not subject to the same laws as everybody else.
Right.
It's just hard on crime.
Which is a choice.
Yeah.
And then
I'm failing to see what's wrong with this.
He goes to jail for 7 years, and he's getting out on his daughter's birthday.
Right.
And they're going to do all the things they love to do, which apparently, I guess, they did things while she was in the womb. Yes. And he gets put on Con Air, or it's not even called. It's called the Jailbird. It's a plane, and they're flying the worst of the worst to a designated prison. And he's just hitching a ride home.
He's hitching a ride,
hitching a ride home. Obviously, shit goes horribly south.
Yeah,
the inmates take over.
Yeah,
and then he has multiple instances where he can leave, and he just doesn't.
Yeah,
well, he needs to
get home.
He needs to get home. It's not even that. He has to say Bubba, McClellan Williamson.
Oh, yeah,
he's got to save Bubba. He's a man of principles.
He's a man of principles. He wants to see his daughter, but he wants
to do it the right way.
He loves his pals.
He loves his pals, and he wants to make sure his buddy who doesn't have insulin stays alive, and that they don't rape and murder the female jail guard.
Yeah.
Which is also a choice.
He's
an honorable
all
man.
Of this semantics, all hell breaks loose. Everybody is hamming it the fuck up. This movie is viciously violent, mildly racist. They hate the rapist played by Danny Trejo, but they are all allies to the trans woman who's in prison with them.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? It's 1997. God bless.
Ahead of its time.
They were ahead of their time.
Ahead of their time.
They described Steve Buscemi as worse than Manson and Gacy and Bundy
Jesus
put
Christ.
Together.
Yeah.
He says at one point that he wore somebody's head as a hat through 3 states. And you're just like, yeah, I buy it, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I buy it.
It's fucked up.
But it's so over the top, and it's so fucking ridiculous. I just had a smile on my face the entire time.
You can't
Put
not.
the bunny back in the box.
Yeah. You can't not. It's so
his accent is absolutely 10 out of 10. No
and
notes.
There's another part where John Malkovich plays a character named Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah.
And this guy is doused in gasoline, and he just came off a plane that's about to blow up, or there's gas everywhere, and he has a cigarette.
Yeah.
And the guy says, "Sigh," and then immediately cuts to John Malkovich, and he's like, "Honora," and throws the fucking cigarette, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's cinema. That's cinema, baby.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's hard fucking core.
I loved the 90s.
It's
we
just
had it so good.
So much fun. It's so ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous out of the holy Nick Cage action trilogy. And that's saying a lot, because Face Off is also fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
But this one, Face Off is semi-serious.
Yeah.
Con Air is not serious.
Yeah.
No, it knows exactly what it wants to be.
Like Con Air, you can't even sell Con Air as a serious movie. It's the most bananas concept.
It's just so fucking wild.
Yeah. And they just got everyone to dial in.
Legit.
There's just like a fucking, every time he says something, he's like, I'm going to save the motherfucking day. And then like a fucking guitar solo starts playing immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love this movie. I unabashedly love the movie. And he has this beautiful mane of hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He is the main in this one.
It's
like
so glorious.
Honestly, it's like arguably probably top, for me at least, top 5 Nicolas Cage performances.
That's fair.
Like, and to Nicolas Cage performances and Nicolas Cage characters.
Yeah.
That's
like,
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
He is fucking awesome. And a 90, like, I shouldn't say 90, like 99% of that is because of the flow. Yeah. And the fucking jeans and the
denim.
The denim with the undershirt. Absolutely. And it's like, it's incredible.
Look.
It's a look.
He's got the look.
Yeah.
Apparently, he literally finished the day and flew out that day to go start Face Off.
Wow. What a back-to-back.
Just like, well, see you later. Yeah. I'm going to go trade faces with John Travolta.
He kept that energy up for Face Off.
Oh, my God.
Just psychotic through the 90s Cage.
Yeah.
That was after he won the Oscar.
Yeah. Hey.
Like how much of a fuck you is that? I won the Oscar.
I'm gonna make fucking 78 for me.
I'm making Con Air. I'm making The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off back to back to back. Legendary,
incredible,
legendary. James, meh.
I don't know that it's a meh. It really isn't. Well, I guess it kind of is. I don't have a worse, so I'm just gonna throw in another movie after this meh. But my meh, I'm gonna give it to Black Bag.
Yes, I'm in agreement with that.
Thank you.
I was a little disappointed.
Thank you.
Fuck's wrong with you?
Anyway, so Black Bag,
it's the best movie of the year so far.
That's a bold statement there, Cotton.
Let's see if it works out for him.
Yeah,
I said so far.
Yeah, that's true. You did say that. Steven Soderbergh film, Spies. Espionage, Michael Fassbender, Cate Blanchett.
I need those glasses.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, Brosnan was
Buddy Boy from Furiosa.
Praetorian Jack.
Amy Winehouse.
Pretty Boy from Bridgerton.
Calypso from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. I forgot she's in it too.
Harris in it. Yeah, it's there's a lot of people in this. It's what's his name? Tall drink of water over there.
Pierce Brosnan?
No. Well, yes, but no.
So Tom Burke is Praetorian Jack.
Yes, thank you.
Marissa Abella is Amy Winehouse and Regé Jean Page.
That's it, Regé Jean Page.
That's why I said Pretty Boy from Bridgerton.
Pretty Boy from Bridgerton, yes.
I said Renee.
Yeah, that's right, Renee, yes.
Yeah.
There's a plot that was hatched.
Renee, it's Regé.
Regé.
Anyways.
Regé Jean.
R-E-G-E accent aigu.
I forgot there's a J. I keep forgetting there's a J in the name. I think the J is silent half the time.
Whatever. They're all in this. There is a plot to set up the happily married Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett spies. And then there's another plot. And then there's another plot. And there's twists and turns. And it becomes a... Really, if you boil this down, it just is a murder, she wrote.
A little bit.
It's a whodunit. Maybe without a body at the beginning. But
and then Fassbender needs to figure it out.
Yeah. It's a Hercule Poirot, if you will. But really, it's just a bunch of people chatting in rooms. And I will say...
Asterisks. Hot people
chatting in rooms. This is very true. That are very openly, passionately making love to each other on the side. And everybody's in bed with everybody. You can't keep track of it. Who the fuck are the Knutsons?
Praetorian Jack getting the fucking knife through the hand.
Like that whole scene was just like a lot.
People propositioning other people or taking it that way. People having sex in therapist's office. Poof. Everything's going on in here.
It's a very adult movie for adults.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say this, after all is said and done, there's so far been 2 movies of, if we boil it down, of people talking in rooms for the entire runtime of the movie, and this is the better movie.
Most definitely.
The Alto Knights can
Die.
fuck off.
Can die.
You really don't like the Alto Knights?
Alto Knights can chortle my left testicle. It's so terrible. Black Bag, not terrible. Pretty good. Not great. Pretty good.
I dug it a lot.
I just think, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it was a little overhyped. Little overhyped.
Yeah. I was expecting very good things. And
exactly.
I got a good movie that I enjoyed watching, but I'm kind of glad that I saw it on VOD instead of in the theater.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too.
I'm pretty sure I was the youngest one in the theater when I saw
that. That tracks. It really is an adult, as you said, Dave. Like, it is an adult movie. We don't get a lot of these movies as much anymore, and I'm happy that they still exist and come out because I enjoy watching them. You know, something. What was it? Juror number 3.
Juror number
2. Again, was just a pure adult movie that I'm glad that came out, and I really enjoyed it. But they're not amazing, but they're good. And they're good for a good time. And they're not long either. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. And it was better than Presence. Let me tell you, it was better than Presence.
I appreciate the short runtime.
Yeah. I think it just works. For exactly what it's trying to deliver on, it delivers on. It's just, it didn't wow me. It didn't do anything kind of new or anything. It's just hot people talking in rooms and a real fun whodunit.
Yeah.
Did you notice who was in the film? This is a callback to a conversation we had quite some time ago.
Did I notice it? That is
the character named Philip Meacham. Do you know who played him?
I can see his face because he's there at the beginning, and then he's the one that kind of dies halfway through.
He gets killed off. Yeah, that's kind of what sets the whole. Alert. It's kind of sets the whole movie into motion because he tells Fassbender that I don't want you to look it up. I'm going to tell you who it is.
All right.
He tells Fassbender that there's a mole and he needs to figure out who it is. He's the one that kind of sets the plot into motion. And then him dying kind of makes it kind of like, oh, shit's real.
Yeah.
Gustav Skarsgård.
Oh, it's Gustav. The other Skarsgård. Man.
Sweet Gustav.
I was sitting in the theater and his name popped up and I was like, James is going to love this.
Oh, man.
And you didn't even know.
I didn't. Because I don't know Gustav by sight.
Weak sauce.
He's not a menacing, hulking fucking Skarsgård like the rest of his brothers are. He's a relatively normal looking guy. Yeah.
His dad's a scary looking dude.
That's true.
Stellan? Yeah, I guess.
He's frightening.
He's a little scary.
Anyway, there's my meh. Tony.
For my meh, I'm gonna go with a film that actually comes out this Friday. In limited release. We tried to get this movie at Tribeca, and we did not succeed in getting that. We failed. So we're clearing up a little bit of a blind spot here. I am talking about the new film with Michael Cera and I want to say Michael Agostino.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and Kristen Stewart. I am talking about a film. It is Sacramento.
Oh. Fun. Yeah, I do remember us trying to get that.
A little coming-to-age film. Very, very simple film. It's a road trip film, too.
We love those.
We do.
It is about a guy named Ricky, who is played by Michael Agostino, and he's a bit of a free spirit with a lot of baggage. Dave's going to fact-check to make sure I'm saying his name properly, because...
I feel like it's Agonaro.
Agonaro?
I feel like that's right.
Anyway, keep going.
Anyways,
keep going. He directed it as well.
He directed it as well, and I'm pretty sure he wrote it as well, too. Anyway, so Ricky is a free spirit, and he finds his friend who he hasn't talked to in a long time, named Glenn, and that is Michael Cera, who is married to Kristen Stewart's character.
Angarano.
Michael Angarano.
Angarano. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Not all right. I'm glad we corrected it. So, anyways, Kristen Stewart's pregnant, and Michael Cera is super. he's super intense about it because he doesn't really. He's at a crossroads in his life, and he's not. I don't think he's really prepared to go to be a father. And like I said, Ricky had baggage, so they meet, and then they take a spontaneous trip to Sacramento, and hilarity ensues.
Oh, fun! Did hilarity actually ensue?
It
Were there laughs?
It goes to a lot of emotional places, I would say.
Sure.
These guys are in their 30s, so the three of us are definitely the target audience here. So it hits some parts do hit a little bit, others not so much. Dave, I think you would be a blubbering mess during all of this.
Fun.
Good times.
Fun.
Good times.
But for me, it's like it doesn't really. It's comfort food. Like it's exactly what you know it's going to do. It hits the same beats, same messages and everything.
Right.
It's hitting that 30 age bracket and what it means. You know, you're not as stupid as you were in the 20s. Your 20s, you're fully embracing adulthood.
Got it.
A lot of adult themes.
Got it.
That kind of thing.
Got it.
I have 2 kids and I don't feel like I'm fully embracing adulthood.
Well, I'm pushing 35 and I still have the mind of a 12-year-old boy. So I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Why is Michael Cera always getting paired off with female actors who aren't into guys?
I don't understand.
It's just the vibe, the energy that Michael Cera gives off.
But like I still can't he still has that little bashful
Of course he is.
right? Adorable jackass, right? And seeing him in a role where he's like preparing for fatherhood, and it's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because
I don't see him as an adult. It's hard to see
he's
him
not.
as one.
It's super weird.
Well, he's in the new Wes Anderson and he looks like he belongs in a Wes Anderson
Oh, of course,
movie.
of course.
But
he
he's
was
always-
like made for a Wes Anderson movie.
He's always had a porcelain doll, haunted Victorian child kind of look about him in a way. So it tracks.
Jesus.
It tracks.
Yeah, no, that's like spot on, actually.
Literally spot on. But Sacramento comes out tomorrow.
Well, today.
Today. Well, today. Yeah, exactly. You're listening to it today. Check it out.
Straight from Tony's mouth to your ears. Go check out Sacramento.
Go check it out. It's what you want. It's what you think it's gonna be.
It's what you want out of it. You get what you get. You put in what you get out. Like your mileage may vary from Tony's, but you're gonna get something out of it. I love this. Dave,
I'm gonna go with another theme that we always seem to hit: films that we missed at TIFF because they didn't fit our schedule.
We should just have a side segment now that we missed at TIFF.
And I'm going to go with the film that is also in limited release now, and it's called The Luckiest Man in America.
Oh.
And it stars Paul Walter Hauser, who I adore.
Yeah.
It also stars Walton Goggins,
Nice.
Shamir Anderson,
Nice.
David Strathairn, Maisie
Nice.
Williams, Patty Harrison, Brian Garrity, Haley Bennett in another role where she is completely discarded by a man.
Literally, and
She's typecast.
She's getting typecast, as well as Johnny Knoxville.
Wow. Great for Johnny. I'm glad he's finding roles.
James Wolk and Damian
He's in it
Young
for
are
30
also in it.
seconds,
Yeah,
James.
he's really in it for 30 seconds.
Glad he's finding bit parts.
pretty sure he's a producer on it.
Anyways, so this film is based on a true story that has most certainly been embellished, and it is about a guy who wants to go on a game show in the 1970s.
Ah, nice.
And it's a show called Press Your Luck.
Sure.
So he's a unemployed ice cream truck driver from Ohio.
Right.
And he wants to get on the show, and he kind of like sneaks his way into like the audition, and they throw him out. They're like, no. But
Absolutely not.
absolutely not. But the producer sees something in him,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, I want you on. Come back tomorrow. Like,
Okay.
clean up your look.
And come back.
Buy a jacket. Come on the show.
Okay.
We want you back.
Okay.
So he goes on, and basically, Press Your Luck is like, it starts off as a trivia game, and then it becomes a show where you have to press the button. It's going around the screen, and you have to press the button in order to land on the space.
Yeah.
And most of it is money related and like extra turns, or like you lose it all.
Yeah. Of course.
So he gets in, he fucks up, and then his second try at it, he keeps winning.
Oh, shit.
and he just keeps winning.
Oh shit!
And at one point, he passes like the highest amount of money that they've given out on the show. I think it's like $25,000 or something.
Yeah.
And he passes it, and they're like, "Okay, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
This is statistically this is not possible.
Yeah.
How is this schlubby fuck figuring this out? How is he getting this lucky?"
Yeah.
And then it's from there, it's trying to figure out how he is getting lucky. It's obvious. When it boils down to it, it's very obvious how he ended up getting lucky on it. But then they make a lot of dramatic stakes out of it.
Mm.
And I don't feel like it's the same as what happened in real life. Because at the beginning, there's like a disclaimer about it. And it gets kind of like dodgy. And you're also like, okay, this is getting a little like, I understand you want to make it exciting, but
this is beyond
the realm of what seems logical.
Yeah, yeah.
But all of that to say, Paul Walter Hauser is amazing as usual. I love that he's getting lead roles. I love that he's killing it still. Walton Goggins is pretty fun. David Strathairn is always awesome. I wanted more out of it.
Sure.
And it kind of felt like a womp womp.
No. Like there's also something that was maybe a little bit more in touch with reality would have been.
I think so. Yeah. Like it's one of those classic 3-star fucking TIFF movies.
Sure.
That you're super excited about. You're like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
And that's literally what it is. It's it's all right.
Yeah.
But as a vehicle for Paul Walter Hauser,
sure.
I want him to keep getting them, so I encourage everybody to see it because I want him to continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Soaring.
Absolutely.
Because I love him so much. Were you a big fan?
I was, honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't notice the disclaimer at the beginning.
Oh.
Wow.
So that's
I knew it was like it was sort of like a true story.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't like in the back of my mind. I was just trying to enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
And it's very much a character piece. So I just got enthralled with like the acting and everything because like it's not. I didn't really feel like they were acting. I really thought like Walton Goggins was a game show host.
Sure.
And like.
Well, he does give off that kind of energy,
right?
Yeah,
he's
got big game show energy.
He also hosts a game show on Righteous Gemstones, baby Billy's Bible Blonker.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
legit. Like he's just oozing with chemistry, or not chemistry, charisma. And Paul Walter is he's so good.
Yeah,
like I didn't even think he literally is that. He became that person. And I didn't like the only thing I really didn't like about it was Haley Bennett.
Haley Bennett,
yeah. Haley Bennett got sidelined again. She like pops up for like a quick moment. That's it. Discarded like trash.
Yep.
I did not like that.
Like she has more of a point to this movie, but she is very much sidelined. Like this girl can act. I don't know why she keeps taking roles where she's sidelined.
I don't understand it either. But
strange.
It was a fun time. Yeah, but the more that Dave talks about it now, like it was like going, and then the third act kind of like peters out a little bit.
Got it.
It's a little bit weaker. Like I would say the first 2 acts are very strong, but then the third act it kind of falls apart. Right, Dave?
That's fair.
Fair.
Nice. Well, as I said, I don't have a worst, so I'm just gonna throw in another movie in here for y'all. I rewatched Pacific Rim.
Ooh.
Which I haven't seen in a long time.
We saw that the night Corey Monteith died.
We did. A night.
I'm pretty sure we talked about making a podcast that night too.
I think so. I don't have full recollection of that night. There's a lot of things that happened on the night that Corey Monteith died, including seeing Pacific Rim and getting some delicious food. But
it was a night for the ages, really.
It really was.
Yep.
I do remember the exact moment that we found out that Corey Monteith died because we were in your mom's house, and I think I was laying on that shitty fucking couch.
Yeah,
man! And we were watching some bullshit on TV. I don't remember what it was. Some movie. I think
we were waiting because there was I think it was on Twitter that there was some sort of report coming out that somebody had died.
Yeah, but so we were watching something
probably in
the background, and then
probably Family Guy.
Yeah, and then someone had died, and then you're like, oh, Corey Monteith died. Like, oh fuck, pour one out.
We did,
and then I think we
did. Actually,
we continued watching whatever we were doing. You two fell asleep during it. I watched the rest of it, turned it off, tucked you in, and went back to bed myself.
That sounds like
sounds
exactly what
accurate,
happened, actually. Yeah.
Sounds accurate.
So anyway, Pacific Rim.
Yeah, all of that to say, Pacific Rim.
Still fucking slaps.
I don't remember liking it.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
I saw it recently too, and it fucking slaps.
It fucking slaps, dude.
You were so against it that night. You
I
were
was.
very upset.
I think
was
I
pretty
was
upset
too.
about it.
I think we all were just like, oh man, this was.
Did you know Mr.
fine.
Will Wong is an extra in that movie?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I gotta
amazing.
go watch it again now.
Yeah,
Just to find Will.
like you can see him.
Oh, that's wild.
That's
I did
wild.
see him, and I just didn't clock it. I was just like, oh, that guy looks like Will, and just was like, that's racist, James. You can't say that.
No, but there's a shot where you can see him. He's also an extra in 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis.
Oh my
That's
god,
wild.
that's wild.
So, anyway, it's a great little film. Talking about like for a unique in its own way, paying homage without actually ripping off or doing direct callbacks to actual kaiju movies. You know, doing full designs. Guillermo del Toro on full display, getting into his like model making and figuring out what his monster designs are going to look like. The Jaeger designs are great as well. A lot of it is bullshit yada yada science of like right hemisphere, left hemisphere nonsense. But you know what? None of it matters. All you want to do is see a fucking big giant robot take on a big giant monster.
What's the robot's name? I remember being
Gypsy
awesome.
Danger.
Gypsy Danger.
Can't say that anymore. It's Romani Danger. Gypsy's a slur. Anyway. Yeah.
Romani Danger.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are you supposed to call them in Peaky Blinders?
I don't know, Tony.
Peaky
Go
Blinders.
Go ask Killian this question.
I should
Get him on the horn.
get him on the horn.
Go ask Tom
Cillian
Hardy
Murphy.
this question. Anyway, Charlie Hunnam's great in it. I love Charlie Hunnam.
He's doing the Jax Teller voice, isn't he?
He is. It is legitimately. He walked off the set of fucking Sons of Anarchy and walked onto this set and was like, "Yeah, I can do the Southern California thing. It's fine. That's where I'll be from. Don't worry about it.
Love
It doesn't matter. None of it matters."
Well, they already had
Idris Elba
Elba.
is like fucking cranked to 11 in this fucking movie. He's yelling at people for no reason. He's got nosebleeds and shit. He's popping pills. None of it matters.
That's
fucking-
speed. That's speech.
of the apocalypse.
That's like
Great moment.
that's like
Great
Bill
moment.
Pullman speech
Yeah,
kind
man.
of thing.
Great
like,
moment. Great Bill Pullman pull. Ron Perlman's in it doing fucking nonsense.
Ron Perlman things.
Charlie Day's cranked to an 11 as he normally is. Fucking
Charlie Day's Charlie Day.
trying to drift with a kaiju brain. It's excellent. It's all excellent. It just works. It's a fun time if you just don't think about it at all. Don't think about any of the plot they're throwing at you for half a second, and it's just great.
dude, it's a classic kaiju movie.
Yeah.
and I think the
None of
reason
it matters.
exactly he
Don't question why they can drop fucking Gypsy Danger in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and the ocean's only waist high on the fucking thing. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter.
dude. It's the same as Godzilla. Like,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Guillermo del Toro set out to make a Godzilla movie, and he succeeded.
Yeah.
like it's badass.
You know what they didn't need?
What?
Pacific Rim 2.
Most
I've never
definitely.
seen it.
You don't need to.
You
It's
really don't.
terrible.
Never seen it.
It's terrible.
You're into anime these days, right?
Yeah.
Netflix has a Pacific Rim anime that's actually half decent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
check
light
that
years.
out.
It's light years better than whatever the fuck the sequel was.
That's a very low bar to clear.
Super low bar.
Is Romani Danger in it?
Romani Danger is not in it.
If you remember what happens at the end of Pacific Rim, Dave, can't be in it.
Okay.
Can't be in it.
All right.
But anyway,
It's been quite some time since I saw Pacific Rim.
it has been over 10 years.
It has most certainly been over 10 years.
But anyway, it was great. And if you haven't seen Pacific Rim in a long time and you might have a Blu-ray kicking around your shelf, you should pop it in. Special features on there are pretty good. We were watching a couple where it was like talking about the models and the music, and Raman Djawadi did the music for Pacific
nice.
Rim, and yeah, it scored really well.
Very
It's
nice. Very nice.
it's a good time. Tony,
So for my worst, got a little anecdote. It was 2 a.m.
oh Lord, what'd you find on Mubi?
It's not movie Tubi.
Oh,
Tubi
Gooby.
wasn't Tubiing.
No, Tubi wasn't Tubi.
Tubi wasn't Tubi.
Tubi.
And I just
you let our boy Tony B down.
Tubi let you down.
Tubi let me down at 2:30.
They should give you a free month subscription.
They should.
Free already.
So I did something different.
Super free.
I went on my Letterboxd, and there's a nice little feature on Letterboxd that when you pull up your watch list, you can sort by shuffling.
You can shuffle, yeah.
So I shuffled a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
And this little film from the 70s popped up. It's called Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
I'm so upset that this is your worst.
Yeah. I shouldn't say it's like
a real high worst.
High worst, low meh.
All right.
We'll set it there.
All right.
It's fine.
Anyways, if you don't know what Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia is.
I assume it's about bringing someone the head of a gentleman named Alfredo Garcia.
So there's two things that you have to know about me. When it comes to my watch lists and stuff, I'm usually looking at actors. I'm looking at random directors and stuff, mostly directors. And if a movie title pops up with a title like this, and I read the synopsis, I'm like, that's kind of cool. And then I'll add it to my watch list. So I've now come full circle. So a quick synopsis of this movie is an American bartender and his prostitute girlfriend go on a road trip through the Mexican underworld to collect a $1 million bounty on the head of a dead gigolo.
I was going to ask if it mattered that she was a prostitute, but clearly it does.
It does. Because she knows the guy.
Yeah.
She knows Alfredo?
I get it.
No. She knows the guy. Remember, they want to collect the bounty. So they have to basically bring the head
of Alfredo Garcia
to collect.
It's
in the title, Dave.
It's in the title, man.
Isn't it a Peckinpah movie?
Yeah, it is. And that's how it popped up in my watch list. It is the same James. It is the same director who directed movies like The Wild Bunch, Straw Dogs, The Getaway, Convoy.
Yeah.
Sam Peckinpah.
Yeah. Nice.
But
this is coming out on 4K in a few months.
I literally when Shout announced that they were releasing the 4K, I was like, holy shit, I just fucking watched that.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Oh.
It's a lot.
It sounds like it.
It's your typical 70s indie movie. It has good moments. It hasn't aged. There's a lot of abuse towards women.
Yeah.
And just degrading women.
Sure.
He's not a likable character. He's a real piece of shit.
I mean, in the synopsis, they're titling her as his prostitute girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is true.
This is true. But yeah, it was some of the scenes are wild. There's some wild gunfights.
Well, it's Sam Peckinpah, so obviously it is.
It's viciously violent.
Sure.
And it pretty much it's pretty much in the title.
Nice.
Right?
It's such a great title.
It's such a great title.
Really is.
I wanted a little more from it.
Oh.
I wanted a little more. But again, I didn't know what I was expecting. And again, I'm doing watch list shuffle at 2 a.m.
You don't know what you want.
You
don't know what you want out of life.
Exactly. And I found this movie on YouTube. YouTube has. I'm still incredibly in awe sometimes of what you can find on YouTube.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things on YouTube you probably don't want to find, Tony.
I haven't found it yet.
But you can find random Peckinpah movies. So that's something.
But yeah, that is Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Nice. Dave.
Well, I guess it's only right that I talk about the movie that we were originally going to have as the main event tonight.
Sure, yes, please.
And is definitely in the news and all over the talk right now. It is a film called A Minecraft Movie, which is a ridiculously bad title.
Yep.
Really bad title.
Yeah. I just...
Say the title again?
A Minecraft Movie.
Yeah. A Minecraft movie.
That is what it's called.
I gotta tell you, I had no desire. I'm so glad we removed this from the schedule because I am not the target audience of this movie.
Neither am I.
Do not want to go.
My 5-year-old loved it.
Of course, because he's 5.
And our 19-year-old cousin, who used to play Minecraft, also loved it.
Of course, because he's 19 and that's the target demo
and
of this movie.
And he played Minecraft.
Yeah.
And luckily, when we went to the screening, nobody was throwing popcorn or bringing out live chickens during the chicken jockey fight scene.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing, Tony. I don't know if you know that, but that is a thing.
I know absolutely nothing about Minecraft. I intend to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But I'll watch the movie. Obviously, I need to get 2025 numbers.
Oh God!
You fucking loser!
Shut the fuck up! You're just as bad, if not worse.
I am not as bad as you. You are much worse than me, man.
Yeah.
How many movies did you see yesterday, Dave?
3.5.
There you go.
There we go.
He's not as bad as you, though, Tony.
So there is this thing called the Overworld, and it is it's in another dimension. I don't know.
Sure.
And basically,
you've already lost it.
Basically, in this dimension, you can build. If you can believe it, you can
achieve it. Yeah,
you can build it out of whatever supplies you can put together.
I like James's better
because it's Minecraft.
Because it's Minecraft, and there's actually a part where Jack Black literally says, "Let's Minecraft." I'm not even kidding.
I'm exhausted already.
I honestly I applaud him. He probably made a shit ton of money doing this movie. So he
plays somebody named Steve, which is apparently a big deal in the Minecraft universe.
Yeah.
He gets kidnapped by these pig monster things called piglins, also a big deal in the Minecraft universe. And he loses this orb thing that they need. It looks like the fucking what's the thing in the Avengers that they need?
The Infinity Gauntlet?
No, not the blue stone. Do you remember what it's called?
The Mind Stone?
The Time Stone? The Soul Stone?
No, it's blue.
The Tesseract?
The
Tesseract.
Makes sense. So, it's square.
Yeah.
Like everything in Minecraft.
The Tesseract. So
the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
The MacGuffin is this Tesseract looking thing, and it ends up in the real world. And two kids and they're not even kids. One's a kid, and he likes to build shit. And it's his older sister, who I guess is like 20 maybe, and she's his new guardian because their mom died for some reason.
This is a lot for a Minecraft
this
movie.
This is a lot.
Got no words.
They end up getting their hands on the stone thing because Jason Momoa has it in his used video game shop, because he is a former video game world champion from 1989 and he hasn't grown up since.
Sure.
And his name's like the Garbage Man or something.
Sure.
Anyways, they end up getting sucked into the other world with the real estate agent, who's played by the young woman from Orange is the New Black and The Color Purple. And she's also in Peacemaker.
Oh,
Danielle Brooks.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I only mention her just because she's just kind of there. She doesn't really serve a point in the movie.
She just exists.
She's just
kind
of
padding out the female numbers in the movie.
She just kind of exists,
collecting a paycheck,
and then they have to defend the other world from imminent danger. And there's all sorts of other shit going on. There's just a lot happening, and none of it really matters. Jennifer Coolidge shows up and has like some of the best lines in the movie, but she doesn't actually serve a point in the movie. You could cut her out wholesale, and nothing would change.
Sure.
And Jason Momoa is a riot. I had a blast watching everything come out of his mouth because he's always playing like the hunky fucking like fucking badass, and he's just like a fucking little weasel in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun watching him do his thing. All of this to say, the kids loved it. I just tried to explain the entire movie to you, and my brain hurts.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
There's just a lot.
I'm super lost, and I have a lot of questions and few answers.
They just mention things, and I was literally like, "That's from the game." And they just bring things out. I'm like, "That's from the game. That's obviously some sort of special thing from the game." There's pink sheep. I don't know. And just. Yeah, the chicken jockey thing is apparently a big deal, and then they just say meme quotes through the whole thing. It's if you're not into Minecraft, it's not for you.
Yeah,
it is not for you.
Yeah,
the special effects are pretty decent. There's certain moments that look very janky, but it's directed by the same guy who did Napoleon Dynamite, so it's that kind of humor.
Oh God, yeah, that's what I needed in 2025.
It's that kind of humor, along with meme humor, along with Minecraft, along with Jack Black just pulling in the paycheck, doing his usual video game bullshit. Because he just has that fucking like setting on himself now since he's been in God knows how many fucking video game related movies. All of them.
Yeah.
And like it feels at the beginning they're setting it up to be like a fucking like an 80s style like kid movie where the kids have to figure things out for themselves because their parents aren't there, and then it kind of ditches that whole plot, and I'm like, why the fuck are all these extra characters here? You don't need all of these characters in this movie. You could have made this so much simpler.
Yeah.
And let's Minecraft, guys.
Cool.
I'm into it.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, you can pad out your fucking numbers with it. I'll get you your fucking steelbook, all right?
I would prefer not.
Okay,
yeah. Good. I think you can pass on this one. I think you're fine. I think
we're good.
I think you're good.
You got to pad those numbers out, son.
No. Tony only needs so much padding. This is not necessary. Unless he's making, instead of a top 10 this year, he's making a bottom 10 only. You don't need it.
That'd be fun.
Could be fun. You got to watch a lot of trash, though. I don't love that for you.
This is most certainly coming up on Tubi at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a 2 a.m. Tubi movie.
Sorry. No, it's too of a different generation. Tony's going to watch this entire movie on 60-second reels
on TikTok.
Legit.
All right, there's another 2 minutes done. I'll watch the next 2 minutes the next time the algorithm spits it out at me.
Fucking ridiculous.
Anyway, Tony, you want to get a little spooky today?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Evil lurking deep inside, its darkness knows no limit. So listen closely if you dare. This is the Shudder Minute.
So for this Shudder Minute, buddy.
For the Shudder Minute, I have...
Spooky.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
You know what's spooky? The fact that one of your nipples is looking at me.
You're welcome.
It's like one of those paintings that follows you around the room. What's going on? Sorry, Tony.
Okay, so for the Shudder Minute, I have a film from the director of the Hell House LLC fame.
I've always wanted to watch that. There's like 70
I don't even
of
know
those
what that
movies.
is.
We covered I think this is one of the first times on the Shudder Minute that we are revisiting a director.
Oh, nice.
It is director Stephen Cognetti.
Okay,
that name does kind of ring a bell.
Well, he did
Hell House LLC.
Yeah, and we covered Hell
House
LLC, the Carmichael
Oh
Manor.
yes, we did.
Yeah, so we made fun of how much of a tongue twister the movie was. The film title was.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah,
so
got it.
I got 825 Forest Road.
He's just really into houses, huh?
I was about to say he really sure does love his haunted houses.
He ditches. It's going to be like P.O. Box 386 Wichita, Kansas. Like what the fuck, man? Like
legit. He loves
675-309.
Thanks, Dave.
I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. It just did. You just live with it.
So this house.
He ditches he ditches the found footage gimmick, and he goes for a traditional narrative that's told in chapters,
right?
From 3 different perspectives,
right?
I'm just going to sum up it's a real simple premise. So there's this house that's been on the market for a long time.
Is it at 825 Forest Road or whatever the fuck?
It is not. That is the MacGuffin.
The house is the MacGuffin.
The house is the MacGuffin? It's not a character?
Address is the MacGuffin.
Oh, sure. That's a little too meta for my life.
Anyways, simple premise. The house has been on the market for a long time. This poor couple is just like, ooh, a steal.
Yeah.
They get the house.
In this market, I would steal it too.
Right. And the family's got baggage.
As they do.
Well, and then
they're moving. Of course they have baggage.
Of course. And then the house that's been on I see what you did there. The house that's been on the market for a long time. Surprise, something tragic happened, and the house is actually fucking haunted. There you go. I summed up the movie for you.
Is it haunted?
Spooky.
Is it haunted by the ghost of Roman J. Israel Esquire?
It's most definitely not.
Oh my god, we need a segment about Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Can I get into spoiler territory?
You can.
Anyways, so the big thing is this woman she has a daughter who's being bullied at school. She goes to the school. School doesn't do anything about it. So she goes and she kills not only the bully, but she kills the bully and the family too.
Oh dear.
And then after, because that's how you do it, right? Because her daughter ended up killing herself.
Yeah.
So she seeks some vengeance.
Sure.
And in order to break this curse, they need to find 825 Forest Road.
Oh, I get it.
I watched the original.
I don't get it.
It's a little bit it's a little bit convoluted, but at the same time, it's literally just recycling this. I like this genre, not this particular time period in horror where in like the 2000s, where every horror movie was basically the same.
Yeah,
this horror movie would belong in that era.
Oh, okay.
I watched the original Hell House LLC because I wanted to see, because this is his latest movie, so I wanted to see his directorial debut, which was the Hell House. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a 5th Hell House coming.
Of course.
That will probably be on Shudder, probably be on our Shudder Minute as well.
Huzzah! Tony's got another 2 a.m. watch.
Exactly. And you see his evolution. You see it. Like I haven't seen 2 and 3, so I can't compare those. But seeing the first one and seeing the latest Hell House one, and then seeing the Forest Road movie, you see his evolution. You see he's taking from certain things, and he has characters. And there's characters in the Hell House franchise that show up in this too, which was pretty cool.
So it's a crossover.
Yeah, I would say you could probably say it. Put it in the same universe. Put it in the same universe. It's mid-tier. It's not complete garbage. Like I've seen worse, and Shudder's given worse.
Sure.
But it's just the same. Yeah. It's just more of the same. It's nothing different. It's nothing you haven't seen before. It's nothing that you can't predict.
Right.
I like the chapter aspect of it, and I like that they play it from you see certain scenes, but you see certain scenes from multiple different perspectives.
Right.
Which I thought was really cool. And yeah, it was about it. If you're 2 a.m. you can't find anything, go ahead. Right there. It's right there for you. If you're a fan of the Hell House LLC, because there is a cult following for that franchise, definitely seek this one out because he does something a little bit differently. I like that he's not doing found footage. He's doing something different. And yeah, there you go.
Nice.
825 Forest Road. Nice. I'm pretty sure they say 825, but I just want to do 8.
Who says 825?
I don't fucking know.
That's just not the way to say that.
Or 825, 825 maybe.
Yeah, 825 maybe. 825 Forest Avenue, whatever the fuck road.
Kind of like kind of like 824.
I was about to say, I told you those guys call it 824, which I don't think is how people actually pronounce it.
What on earth?
Yeah. But yeah.
Nice. Shall we dive into our main segment?
Yes. We were privileged to go to I guess the Canadian premiere, a fancy premiere of Warfare.
They did say we were one of the first Canadian
to see it, but we got to see Warfare thanks to Touchwood PR and A24.
Yes, thank you for
big shout outs to those guys.
The fingergun guys.
Fingergun guys.
Yes, big shout outs to them.
Even though it's apparently I'm Tony Amatuzio now.
Yeah,
you've changed. Congratulations.
Sorry, buddy.
It's all
Congratulations.
Good. James has officially become a Belden brother.
Oh, yeah. It's on an envelope now. You can't take it back.
You can't take it back. Alex Garland, writer-director, was there, as well as
Ray Mendoza,
and
DeFaro Wunatai.
Yes, who James told us, or reminded us, is in Res Dogs.
Yes, well,
Reservation
Tony and I had a brief fangirling moment. We got to take a photo with him, and it was lovely. But Dave has no idea what that is. So
I know what it is.
Sure, you know that it exists.
I know it exists, and that you're collecting characters from it, like Infinity Stones, like I used to with Sons of Anarchy people.
Yeah. You know what? One person at a time. It's fine.
We got to do it. I would love to do it.
I get it. I really need to meet Juicy.
Oh, one day, Dave.
I really do. Anyways, we keep going around in circles. It's the new Alex Garland film. He's co-writing here with Mendoza, and it is basically
Ray Mendoza, who is a retired U.S. Navy SEAL.
U.S. Navy SEAL, yes. He's an advisor now, so they kind of hooked up on Civil War.
Yep.
And it's about an event that Mendoza bared witness to.
Basically a recreation.
It's basically a recreation of a shit show event that went south for Mendoza's unit, where they were stationed inside a house, and the insurgents came to get them, and then they tried to leave, and things just got worse.
It just
got progressively worse.
It just got progressively worse. It's very much it just kind of throws you into it.
Absolutely.
And all the jargon is there.
Yeah.
And you either get it or you don't. And thankfully, or not so thankfully, it's one of those you don't really get to know anybody.
No.
Everybody is just kind of like, it's just about,
they're established people, and you're just kind of a fly on the wall.
Yeah. And they're all like, it's all brotherhood. They want to, it's not even toxic masculinity so much as it is they just want to kind of get their shit done and leave.
Yeah.
And they just want to save everybody. Save
each other. Save each other.
Yeah,
save each other.
They want to survive.
Yeah.
But when I think of war movies and I think of people who get injured, I always think of like every fucking movie where there's the one guy who's like, I got a son at home. You gotta tell him I love him. You gotta keep this watch in your ass and sell him. Give it to him.
Yeah.
Like, or don't let me die, Forrest. Like, that's just what I think of.
Yeah.
And it was refreshing here that we don't really learn any backstory about any of them.
No,
they're just they're just fucking like empty vessels.
You know enough. You know enough from what they're giving you. And yeah, it's not going deep into their backstory. You're not getting a lot of history here, but it doesn't matter. You don't need it.
But you're getting all of their personality traits. Like you almost don't need their backstory because you've already understand them as a person, right?
Yeah. You're getting to know them in situations.
Exactly. And I like that this isn't a traditional story. It's basically a retelling, a recreation. It's more about an experience. You're experiencing what these men experienced.
Yeah.
Or at least with their memories of the experience.
Based off their memories.
Yeah. And it does start with that. I believe that was a disclaimer kind of.
Yeah, it's based on the memories of this
based on their
event.
memories. So, I mean, there was a Q&A afterwards, and one of the things that Ray had mentioned.
You're on a first name basis?
Yes.
Okay.
With the amount that he spoke in the Q&A, we're
the
on a
amount
first name basis.
that we know for sure.
I know too much about Ray Mendoza.
This is true.
So yeah, with the amount with what he had said, and I think actually it was Alex Garland that had said it, but
this motherfucker, he says Alex. He gives him his entire name, but then he's like Ray.
All right, Alex.
We're paying. He's paying respect to Alex Garland.
Yeah.
You say his full name.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it was Alex Garland that had said that when they discussed a lot of this, and okay, maybe both of them, but anyway, Ray was saying that they discussed a lot of this, and they interviewed and talked to and brought out to the set a lot of the guys from Ray's squad.
Exactly.
They were all there. And, even the development of the script, he went and sat with his squad mates again and walked through it and talked about it. And basically, like, if someone had said in their recollection that this 100% happened, it was in the movie. It wasn't a question. There wasn't creative license taken in that way, which does make it a kind of a weird film to watch, because generally you're used to, I think of like, I don't know, a Hurt Locker or give me another one that's
Saving Private Ryan
ish, yeah, where some
Black Hawk Down,
where like it's based on a true story, but then obviously to make it more entertaining, creative license is
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that
now
doesn't.
We're really starting to pull.
No, I'm saying that on purpose.
But it's not to say that this movie doesn't try to keep it exciting, but in the same token, it was very much like it wasn't written to be entertainment. It's not written to be a fictional telling. It's not written to be based on a true event. It almost feels weirdly halfway between like a film and a documentary it's this kind of weird
narrative in a
space.
documentary.
A narrative in a documentary.
Yeah, like a gray space. Like a gray space.
It's existing in this gray space where like they're being really true to what happened, while getting others to perform those actions and doing it Hollywood style cinematically. But it's very much a recreation almost. It's like a reenactment of what went down.
Well, Ray said it. What's his buddy's name? Elliot, right?
Elliot.
Yeah. He says it in the Q&A where something happens to his friend Elliot, and Elliot had no recollection, like no memory of what happened.
Yeah, he got knocked out.
He got knocked out, and he was almost like bothered by it because like this traumatic thing happened to him. And I'm dipsing around spoiler territory. And he wanted to make something so that Elliot knew what happened.
Yeah. So
right?
Elliot plays a central role in this. The character of Elliot plays a central role in this film, and
he's played by Cosmo Jarvis, who's in Alto Nights.
Yes, Cosmo Jarvis. And so, through a bunch of this film, for various reasons, he was unconscious, and he doesn't know things. And it was a really traumatic event that the rest of his squad experienced that he didn't. He was the main central feature of what was happening all around, but he didn't know any of it. So he had kind of this blank memory spot as well. So it was kind of like fill in the gap for him, make him see the entire true picture of what happened. A little bit of like dealing with your own internal trauma through the making of this film, putting your sort of heart and soul on the screen to kind of, I don't know, deal with it therapeutically almost in a way. So it all of this to say, what I'm trying to get to is it occupies this weird space in between narrative and documentary that makes it it lends a realness to what you're watching that takes a toll on you.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting to watch.
Of course,
and it's not, as we've already said, it's not really entertaining.
No,
per se. It's very much an experience-based movie that you would get more appreciation out of if you're watching it in a theater, because it's very sensory. It's very sensory related experience, much like Civil War was. Yeah. With the different the sound design is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's so fucking good. So if you have a chance to see it in an IMAX, we saw it in an AVX
or even AVX, but get something that has height channels.
Yeah, get something that has a lot of channels. This is worth seeing with more channels of audio.
Yeah.
But it's a very sensory, I don't want to say sensory deprivation, sensory overload.
Yeah.
There's just a lot to it with what you're seeing, and there's so much going on at any given point, and you're just kind of like thrown into the shit.
It's 100% intentional, right? It's designed to make you as the audience goer feel like you're really a part of this event. And I think, Alex Garland's a great person to have sort of co-directed this, and to have Ray Mendoza, who was there, and be able to steer the events to how they should have been shown or what would have happened. But Alex Garland's cinematic style of how do we make the audience really a part of this entire thing? And, sound, as you said, is incredible in this. Visually, it's claustrophobic when it needs to be. It's humongous when it needs to be. It's really well shot.
It feels very scaled down because we keep mentioning, and we've mentioned like other fucking war movies, and this feels very unlike those.
Oh yeah, it takes place in a building.
Yeah, single location.
Yeah.
Real time. There's no usually in war movies you'll see cutaways to break up the violence so that and you're not and it doesn't do that. You're in it. It starts up immediately, and then you're in it, and you're in it.
Hang on.
It takes a little bit to get. It kind of lulls you.
in. What I'm saying is it lulls you in. Yes, but I'm saying there's no like you're in it. You're following these guys. When I say cut away, right?
Yeah. No,
like cut away to like the battle scene, or like the generals talking, or the females being like, oh, I wonder where my husband is. Like that's what I mean by cutaway. You're in it with these guys.
Like I said, you don't really get to know them as people.
Yeah.
So you don't really give a shit
matters.
about their girl back home.
Yeah. Or the generals in
the generals in the village.
Exactly.
But I think it does a very good job lulling you in. Like it starts off, and honestly, I was like at the beginning, I was like, I don't know where the fuck this is going. First of all, it starts off in the best way possible.
Yeah, it was a kick-ass opening.
Fucking movie that can start off with just a full fucking screen of a music video from Eric Prydz's Call on Me. No notes. 10 out of 10, no notes. It was such an epic opening. And to hear, I think there was a woman sitting behind me that was just like, ew, like, you don't understand. That was culture. That was cinema when that music video came out. It was incredible. Yeah, it's a little bit gross, but that's its whole point.
It's iconic.
Like 80s exercise. It's an 80s exercise video set to an Eric Prydz song. It's great. Fucking no notes.
And they're all hype about it.
Yeah, well, because they're a bunch of dudes that, you know, they're enjoying entertainment where they can.
This is true.
They're in Iraq, like they don't have a lot going on.
This is true.
So it starts off that way, but then it immediately like cuts to a somewhat enticing action scene as they're getting into the house, and then you just get dropped into this monotony, and you're just like, man, I don't know where the rest of this movie is going to go. Like, I like that it didn't shy away from sort of like the boring elements of being in a military squad of just like, yeah, sometimes you're just sitting in a house all day taking useless notes about nonsense that's happening and nothing's going on. And
just doing surveillance.
You're just a guy laying on a bunch of mattresses, staring out of a sniper scope and going, another guy in a hoodie. Like, it's just boring monotony, and everyone's just kind of like leaning on shit. They're just trying to kill time.
Peeing in bottles. Like,
they're just trying to get through it. And that, I think, worked so well because by the time shit hits the fan, you're kind of now like, holy fuck, like what the fuck is going on? And like, it just ramps up and escalates and escalates and escalates and escalates. And there was one moment that made me fucking jump out of my seat, but I think that speaks more to the sound design because it was so loud.
It was very loud.
You know what's you're like, fuck, man, like, you know, there's always something looming around the corner, right? In this movie especially. And when that moment came, it's like, fuck, I know it's coming, and you still jump like 80 feet in the air. It's
because you've been lulled into a certain state, and then like shit goes south,
like,
and then it gets bloody as fuck.
Oh god, it's so
so
viciously gory. And I was just like, oh, that is unsettling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a real
doesn't shy away. There is one bit, like, I think there's one part where somebody does get blown up, and I had no idea who it was, and that was a little irritating for a bit, where I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you figure it out eventually, but yeah.
But again, it goes back to not really knowing who any of these people are.
Correct. And I will say that is one of its faults because it is hard to differentiate them because you're not given enough time with some of the characters, and some people die and you're like, well, I don't know who the fuck that was.
I told you guys there when they were during the credits sequence, the guy from All the Boys I've Ever Loved Before. Yeah. I was like,
Noah Centino,
I didn't even know he was in the movie. Like, I knew he was in the movie, but I couldn't spot him.
I'll get to that in a sec, but also I was going to say that, like, from actors in this movie, it's kind of a who's who of a young generation. Like, we mentioned DeFaro Wunatai, but Will Poulter's in this.
Joseph Quinn,
Charles Melton,
Gandolfini's son,
Michael Gandolfini,
Kit Connor.
You said Cooper Hoffman.
Yeah. We mentioned Cosmo
Jarvis.
That's those are your main people that people would know.
Yeah, and you keep going. This guy,
Taylor John Smith as well.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this guy. Like, you're just like, man, like, these are some like real up and coming names. And they're great playing the role in this. But yes, to your point, you're not given enough time to know any of them enough to really care. They're just fitting in perfectly, which is in its own right a very great thing. Like, you're not going, oh, that's Michael Gandolfini, I wonder what he's doing. It's like, oh no, he's just soldier guy, and he's fitting his role and playing his role very well. Like it works.
Well, even Cooper Hoffman too, where he's just like the nervous Nelly with the chain gun.
Yeah, and they bring in
nervous Nelly.
Yeah, but
am I wrong?
Yeah,
it's just funny the way you said it.
You don't have a lot of depth to their character. Like you're not mining a lot, but you are mining their emotions very well, and like you're able to pick out something like, man, this guy's like he's a newbie, because they do mention that straight up at the beginning, and it's like, oh, also he's he's like shell shocked out the ass, like he has no idea what the fuck he's doing, and they're dealing with different things, and I don't know. You get to the end credits though, and obviously, of course, because this was a real event that happened, they had side by side photos of the real gentlemen that were there and the actors who portrayed them to kind of be like, oh, that's this guy. Oh, I see. I can see kind of the resemblance.
Yeah.
Obviously for Ray Mendoza and DeFaro, sure, if you squint.
Yeah, it's a real squint.
Some of the rest of them though were pretty like, oh shit, yeah, that's
pretty spot on. Yeah.
And then a lot of them had just their faces blurred out, and it was weird.
Yeah, it was a strange thing because it made it even more kind of othered.
Yeah,
and a little more isolating, where you're just like, okay,
because now you're like, okay, so you've told me at the beginning that this is based on people's memories. You've now established that these are real people, and then at the end, it makes it feel like, did they not want this story told and then didn't give you consent? But then why are you doing this? Like, why are you putting up a photo of a body with a blurred out face beside an actor who could kind of look like them, I guess? But like, and then you get to
we'll just take your word for it.
The last shot before the credits really start rolling is they're in a house, so there was a family that lived in that house, and it was a family portrait that they just blurred out all the faces, and it's like
that was really weird.
That's odd.
Well, they're trying their best not like Garland's trying to be apolitical again, and he's trying not to get into the politics, and they try very hard not to get into why they're in Iraq.
Yeah.
It's kind of
immaterial to what's happening.
Immaterial to what's happening, but he makes it very deliberate.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we get it. You don't want to be political about anything, but you're trying.
We're just trying to tell this.
You're trying to sell this small story. You're trying to skirt by type thing.
Yeah.
It's not as egregious as it is in Civil War.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, it's like, okay, but those were people too, and it's weird that you're showing it.
Yeah. It's weird that, it's part of the military, the U.S. military personnel. I'm not saying it's only the Iraq family. It's a lot of the personnel too. And it's like, that's so
which we were trying to figure it out. It's like, yeah, they might be dead, or they might still be in active duty, or they didn't want to show their photo, which all of those reasons, cool. But why did you put it there in the first place?
It here?
Why is it here?
It's weird to look at. Like, it's just like, why am I seeing them the actor? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
You're hitting the nail on the head though, Dave. Like it would make sense that they're still active.
Could be.
It's just a weird thing. It's a weird choice.
Like, I get why he's doing it, because other films do it where they show the real person alongside the actor, and you're like, oh yeah, he does really look like him.
Yeah.
But it's just, it takes you even more out of the idea.
Yeah.
The idea that we keep circling around, where like you don't get to know any of these people.
Yeah.
And there's no depth there's no real depth to this movie, and it's a recreation, and it's an odd, non-entertaining film that's more documentary than it is narrative feature.
Yeah.
But then again, so was Civil War was a fucking documentary too.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if I was to I'll put it to you both this way then. If you would recommend this, who would you recommend this to? Do you think there's kind of a little bit more of a caveat for people to go into this movie with?
I think it's
everyone should go see it.
I think it's definitely worth watching, for sure. It's definitely an experience, and it's a theatrical experience.
Oh yeah.
It benefits from the theatrical experience. Yeah. It's just I don't know who I would tell to watch this movie, because it's exhausting, and it's visceral, my favorite word.
It is. But it really is.
It takes a lot out of you, and it asks a lot of you, but it's worth watching.
Yeah.
If only because I love the sound design in it. The sound design is fucking immaculate, and I wish all movies had so much emphasis on the sound design.
The amount of detail in the sound design, like it's very meticulous.
This is going to be the new soundbar tester of just like, do you want to know how good your sound system is at home?
Put this
fucking thing on and listen to it and see how it fucking sounds.
Yeah. I would recommend it to people who like war movies, and I would recommend it to people who like. Maybe that's it, just war movies.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can say, "Oh, Noah Centino's in it."
Yeah, because who cares?
Oh my God, Joe Quinn's in it. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's true.
It doesn't matter, and they're covered in gear, or they're either covered in gear or blood for the entire movie, or dust.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of Black Hawk Down. Like when you think of Black Hawk Down, I feel like this entire movie was just like the helicopter scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was coming back. That's why I was coming back to my son type thing. Yeah. Like I envision that helicopter scene too, but you're like feeling for them because you get to know who they are as people. These people you don't really know who they are.
Yeah, when
they're just anonymous grunts.
When Dave and I were talking on the drive last night, part of it for me, a lot of it was coming down. It felt like Generation Kill in a lot of ways.
The HBO show,
the HBO miniseries that was you do again. It doesn't suffer the same problem because it's 6 episodes or 8 episodes, whatever the fuck it is. You get to know everybody by the time you go through it. You really understand sort of their character and things like that. But I meant it more from like, it would lull you into the monotony of daily kind of military service life during deployment. And then there would be high intense action. And shit hits the fan. So like you kind of get a little bit of everything out of it. But
it reminded me a lot of that. I was just telling James about it yesterday. It's a film called The Outpost. Did you ever see it?
The Outpost.
It's like a COVID movie. It was a COVID war movie. It has Caleb Landry Jones, Orlando Bloom,
something like that. That does sound familiar.
Yeah, because it's like it all in they're like in a base or something, and it's surrounded by mountains, and they all come down to fucking kill them all, and they have to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of that.
Nice.
Which is a half decent war movie as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think all this to come around to say that, I don't know exactly who I would recommend this to. Someone that is willing to commit kind of emotionally to a film.
To a war film.
Someone,
I think we need to hinge it on it's a war film.
It is 100% a war film. And like, despite whatever, if there's been, if trailers or the press junkets have made it seem like it's anything other than an exhausting war film, it is not. It is not an easy watch.
Not by any means.
It will take something from you. But I think it's still worth a watch. I think it's definitely a theater experience as best as if you can. I think I've come around to the idea that I liked it. I don't know that I loved it for all the reasons we've kind of talked about. I don't know that I'll watch it more than one more time, probably at home, just to see how it sounds at home. But I don't know that I could commit to that film more than once or twice at most, because like it just I do like I remember when the moment those credits hit, I let out a breath finally. I was finally just like and like able to take a moment again and remember that I'm alive and that was a movie. And like,
well, we saw our boy Shaq after the movie, and like we hugged him, and it was a hug I needed in the moment, because like, I felt so fucking just a wave of emotion.
Yeah.
And it's a heavy movie. It actually made me retroactively want to like Civil War even more than I did the first time.
Yeah, I want to go back to Civil War.
I want to go back to it, but I feel like I like it even more now after I saw Warfare. But I don't think it's a bad movie either. I think it's a very good movie. It's just there's so many caveats to saying it's a very good movie. Or it's a good movie. And it's worth watching. But caveat city.
Asterisk.
I really liked it. Yeah. I thought it was really intense. I'm a huge fan of Alex Garland.
Sure.
I like that it's not your traditional story.
Yeah,
I like it's not. I like that it's fresh.
Yeah,
it's a fresh. I don't even want to say fresh take because you can't really say it's a take. It's doing
something different.
It's doing something different in the war genre. It's not your typical war movie.
Yeah.
It's not even your typical movie.
Yeah.
It's something of its own kind, and I like that it's an experience, and I like that I don't know if you guys feel this way, but for me, I was emotionally invested with these guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't even need to know your backstory. All I knew was about all I had to believe in was the brotherhood. Mm-hmm. And that's
they do accomplish that.
And they do accomplish that. Okay. And like Ray and Elliot in the movie, they barely say anything to each other. They just kind of look at each other, and you already feel it. You feel their connection, you feel their love for each other.
Yeah.
And everyone is well acted. Cooper Hoffman, like I didn't even recognize him at first, and I was like, "Oh my god, holy shit! I know that. I know who that is." Right? Yeah. And Will Poulter was so good in it, and even
my second Will Poulter movie, my second Will Poulter A24 movie of the day,
and DeFaro, like holy
he's very
shit,
good. Right,
he is so, and he just keeps getting better and better with every movie. He was a little bit of a shit weasel in fitting in.
He is such a shit weasel in that movie.
But like coming from Reservation Dogs, and he's a great character in that, and he was like the best. I would say the best part of Hell of a Summer, and like he is just
it's not saying much.
It's not saying much, but he is the best part of the movie. And then seeing him in this, he's constantly one upping himself. I can't wait to see where this guy goes.
Yeah,
and this is Alex Garland's last directing movie for a while.
So he says.
And I
think he said that with Civil War, and then this came out. So,
well, he made it directly after Civil War.
It's his last like director role for a bit.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I just hope that he doesn't like take a sabbatical, because like I love his movies. Sure. There's so much detail. There's so much like depth.
Well, he just wrote the new 28 Years Later.
He's writing all three, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, they've made the first two. They haven't made the third one yet. Apparently, they don't have a budget for the third one yet.
Well, they're probably waiting to see how this all goes down.
Yeah.
But I watched Annihilation again before Warfare, and I love Annihilation. Yeah. Civil War is still absolutely my favorite, and I even watched Dread again, and right, and like that wasn't even directed by Garland, but like it's
was.
That's what I was literally about. In quotes. But that's what I was literally about to say. Yeah, Buddy has the director credit, but like when you watch it, it's very much an Alex Garland movie.
Yeah.
Except that slow-mo shit gets a little annoying after a while.
Stupid.
It does.
But he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's like an auteur. Like you could line up his movies with any other director, and you could tell right away that's his stamp. And you see it in this too. And it's different. He's doing something completely different, because like he's hella into sci-fi and like that kind of thing. So he's playing in a different sandbox. Which is good to see, but you still see the Garlandisms in the movie. I really, really enjoyed it. It was intense. It was a thrill ride. It was emotionally exhausting. Like that last like 2 minutes where it's just dead air.
Oh man.
I was
there's no score either.
There's no I was literally about to say there's no music in it, and they said it in the thing they said it in the Q&A where it's just like, when you hear a song, what do you think of? When you think of Creedence, like, do you think of Apocalypse Now? Like, when you hear this song, do you think of another random?
I can't listen to Creedence without thinking of the Vietnam War.
Exactly. Yeah. And they wanted to get away from that, and I'm glad that they did that, because
it doesn't need it.
It doesn't. You don't need it.
It's not trying to occupy the space of being a narrative that needs a score.
It's very much an experience, and you're in it, and they wanted to put the audience in there, and the movie plays out that you're in it with them. Yeah. You're in the shit with them, and you're there till the end. And it's like that breath where it's just like, fuck, it's right. Yeah. And then it goes into the other thing, and then you have more time to breathe, and it's just like, well, fuck, man, I should have brought my inhaler, because like this is stressful.
Yeah, I didn't really clock how long it was, but like
about 90 minutes.
About 90 minutes.
It whips.
Maybe a little more than 90.
Whips,
and literally
when you're done, you're just like, holy fuck! You just finally can like check it. Like no part of me wanted to look at anything else but what was right in front of me on that screen.
Yeah,
nothing else mattered in that moment.
It draws you in.
It draws you in, and I had really high hopes for this, and the movie did not disappoint.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite Garland movie?
I would still say Civil War is my absolute favorite. Annihilation's a close second. I originally loved Annihilation, but seeing it on the second time, it does drag a little towards I would say the end of the second act into the third act. It drags a little bit, and then I would say this in third. I am not. Everyone loves Ex Machina.
Because it's the best.
I didn't like it at first. I liked it the second time around, but I still can't get on board with that. I love Civil War so much.
I like Ex Machina the best.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Well, you
Men. I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
But even Men has its moments. And like those moments that
they're very few.
They're very
so
few. But like he's taken a real swing. He had to like refine it a little bit when he came back for Civil War because he's just like, okay, I went a little too far.
Yeah. He
right?
Those swings, those were swings and misses.
Yeah,
big whiffs.
Yeah,
but
it was still very much a Garland movie.
Oh yeah.
And
there's
you
no
know
doubt.
that one moment towards the end of Men has never left my brain. It was one of the most visceral things I've ever watched in my life, and it's fucking haunting. But
yeah.
The rest of the movie is junk. Ex Machina is way up there on my list. Civil War is kind of tied in there somewhere. Annihilation is honestly Annihilation, Civil War, Ex Machina, and now Warfare are kind of all living and fighting for the top spot depending on the mood I'm in.
But like he never I don't
not Men.
No.
I think out of that he's done like 5 or 6 directing credits.
Yeah.
Aside from Men, they're all bangers.
Yeah.
4 officially that are tied to just him, one co-directing and one that he ghost directed.
Yeah. One that he did, Shifty Eye, Wink Wink, Nudge Nudge.
Yeah. And Devs.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen. Have you guys seen Devs?
No, I haven't seen Dev.
I wanted to
I heard it's really good.
Well, it's Garland, of course.
Of course. Good.
Yeah.
But he's
great. Yeah.
He's got a voice, he's got a look.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And he's not afraid to take chances.
Exactly.
And you know what? Warfare, whatever you want to say about it, Men he took a chance, he took a big swing, and he whiffed. And I think he owned that and realized not going to do that again.
Doing that again.
But even this movie, like even Warfare, is a swing. Like it's,
and I feel like it's
co-directing, yes, but it's still it's a risk. Like it's not a surefire thing. Civil War, I think, was a little bit more surefire. Annihilation, probably a little bit more standard fare. Ex Machina maybe was a swing at the beginning, but really it was firing on all cylinders. A very small sci-fi movie. It could do well,
and it's amazing.
Yeah, but it wasn't as it wasn't as pushing it as Men was, or as non-narrative as Warfare is. So I'm happy he takes chances and risks and does this kind of stuff. So
he just tries to do something new every time.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a big recommend from me.
I think it's a recommend with all the asterisks attached.
With
from all of us.
listen to all of what we said and decide if it's right for you. Your mileage may vary about how you feel about it, but now I think we've done a good job preparing you for what could come if you go see this in the theater or watch it later on at home, whatever it happens to be. Just know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still worth it. Still an enjoyable experience and something to behold, at least on the loudest possible cinema you can find.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So with that, I think we're just about going to wrap it up then for this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks so much for tuning in, dropping in, hanging around, listening to us chat about things, and we'll be back in 2 weeks post-Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Have a wonderful Good Friday, and make sure you watch The Passion of the Christ and The Passion of the Christ 2, Crucify This.
And the Passion of the Crust.
And The Passion of the Crust, yes. Yes, Ginger Dead Man 2,
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Crust.
I believe we said that we would be watching a certain Jon Waters movie for Easter there.
Yeah.
Did we?
We
We
did.
did.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
Well, and see, then 420 this year had to fall on fucking Easter Saturday
Yeah.
or
Sunday.
Easter
Sunday.
Like, what the hell?
Oh, but I don't know what you guys.
Oh, I don't know about you either.
Easter's gonna be a nice time. Easter's gonna be a nice time.
But I can't believe fucking Playhouse playing Lebowski. And we're gonna be at Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll just duck out.
We got to go for 2.5 hours. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Save us a plate. But anyway, we'll talk to you all after that. But until then, I'm still Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T Tony B.
Yeah, and
Dave, if you're nasty.
And thanks for listening.